Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our English Listening Practice podcast. I'm Lily, and I'm so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're studying English at home on your way to work or simply relaxing, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mark, and today we're going to have a fun and interesting conversation about something we all love talking about: the past. Memories are a big part of our lives, and talking about them is a great way to improve your English.
That's right. In this episode, you'll learn how native English speakers talk about childhood memories, school life, vacations, funny experiences, and many other things that happened in the past.
So, if you want to sound more natural in English and learn useful expressions while enjoying a real conversation, stay with us until the end because we have lots of interesting stories to share.
Mark, let's start with a simple question. What was your childhood like? When you think about those years, what's the first memory that comes to your mind?
That's a good question. I had a wonderful childhood. I used to spend most of my afternoons playing outside with my friends. We didn't have smartphones back then, so we created our own games and spent hours laughing together.
That sounds like so much fun. I also remember spending a lot of time outside. My cousins and I used to ride our bikes, play hide and seek, and sometimes stay outside until the sun went down.
Those were simple days, weren't they? We didn't need expensive things to be happy. Spending time with family and friends was enough to make every day feel special.
Do you remember your first day at school? I was so nervous that I didn't want to leave my mother's hand. Everything felt new, and I didn't know anyone in my class.
Oh, yes, I remember mine very clearly. I was excited, but I was also a little scared. Luckily, I met a boy who became my best friend for many years.
School gave us so many memories. Some days were difficult because of homework and exams, but there were also unforgettable moments with teachers and classmates.
Exactly. Looking back now, I realized that school wasn't only about studying. It was also where we learned how to make friends, solve problems, and become more independent.
Speaking of school, did you have a favorite teacher?
Yes, I did. My English teacher was amazing. She always encouraged us to speak without being afraid of making mistakes. Because of her, I became more confident and started enjoying English.
That's wonderful. My favorite teacher was my science teacher. She made every lesson interesting by doing experiments, and she always reminded us that asking questions was a sign of curiosity, not weakness.
A great teacher can change a student's life forever. Sometimes one kind word from a teacher stays with you for many years.
Mark, everyone has at least one funny childhood story. Do you remember something that still makes you laugh today?
Oh, definitely. When I was about 8 years old, I wanted to ride my bicycle without training wheels. I told everyone I was ready, but after only a few seconds, I lost my balance and landed in a bush. I wasn't hurt, but my friends laughed for days.
Oh no, that must have been embarrassing. I have a funny story too. When I was little, I thought I could cut my own hair. I looked in the mirror afterward, and it was a complete disaster. My mother couldn't stop laughing.
That's hilarious. I think every child believes they're smarter than the adults sometimes. Looking back now, those little mistakes became some of our happiest memories.
When I think about the past, my favorite memories are always with my family. Every weekend we had dinner together, told stories, and laughed for hours. Those moments made me feel safe and loved.
I feel the same way. My grandparents used to visit us every Sunday. My grandfather always told amazing stories about his childhood, and my grandmother made the most delicious homemade food.
It's amazing how small moments become our biggest memories. At the time they seemed ordinary, but now they feel very special.
Exactly. That's why it's important to enjoy time with the people we love. One day, those simple moments will become unforgettable memories.
Do you remember the first time you traveled somewhere far from home?
Yes, I do. I was about 10 years old when my family went to the beach for the first time. I had never seen the ocean before, and I was so excited that I ran straight into the water with all my clothes on.
That's such a great memory. My first trip was to the mountains. I remember the fresh air, the beautiful trees, and the peaceful silence. It was completely different from living in the city.
Traveling teaches us so much. Every place has different people, different food, and different traditions. That's one reason I love exploring new places.
Mark, do you think mistakes are important?
Absolutely. When I was younger, I was afraid of making mistakes. But as I grew older, I realized that every mistake taught me something valuable.
I agree. Some of the hardest moments in my life helped me become stronger and more confident. Without those experiences, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Exactly. The past isn't just a collection of memories. It's also a collection of lessons that help us make better decisions in the future.
Do you still keep in touch with your school friends?
Yes, with a few of them. Even though we live in different cities now, we still send messages and sometimes meet during holidays. Every time we meet, we talk about our old school memories.
That's wonderful. Some friendships last for years because they were built on shared experiences. Even after a long time, it feels like nothing has changed.
Exactly. Good friends are one of the greatest gifts we can have. They remind us where we came from and how much we've grown.
Sometimes I look at old photos and I can't believe how much life has changed. The places, the people, and even my dreams are different now.
I know what you mean. Looking back reminds us that life is always moving forward. Some changes are difficult, but many of them help us grow into better people.
Instead of regretting the past, I prefer to appreciate it. Every happy moment and every challenge taught me something important.
That's a beautiful way to think about it. Our past shapes us, but it doesn't define our future. Every new day gives us another chance to learn, grow, and create even better memories.
Mark, do you remember your very first English class? I still remember mine. I was nervous because I thought English was going to be very difficult, and I was afraid of making mistakes in front of everyone.
Yes, I remember it very well. My teacher walked into the classroom and said, "Good morning, everyone." I looked around because I didn't understand a single word. It was confusing, but it also made me curious.
It's funny how things change. At that time, even saying hello felt difficult. Now we're having an entire conversation in English.
That's proof that practice really works. Nobody speaks English perfectly on the first day.
Can you remember a moment when you felt really proud of yourself?
Yes, it happened when I gave my first presentation in English. I was shaking because I was so nervous, but I finished it successfully. After that day, I realized I could do much more than I thought.
That's inspiring. My proudest moment was when I finished reading my first English book without using a dictionary all the time. It wasn't easy, but I never gave up.
Those moments remind us that confidence comes from experience, not from perfection.
If you could go back in time and talk to your younger self, what advice would you give?
I would tell myself not to worry so much about what other people think. I wasted too much time trying to impress everyone instead of enjoying my life.
That's good advice. I would tell my younger self to be more patient. Good things take time, and it's okay if success doesn't come immediately.
Exactly. Every challenge we faced helped us become stronger than we were before.
Life was very different when we were children. We didn't spend all day looking at our phones.
That's true. After school, we went outside, played football, rode our bikes, and talked face to face. We made memories instead of collecting screenshots.
Technology has made life easier in many ways, but sometimes I miss those simple days.
Me too. I think the best balance is to enjoy technology without letting it control our lives.
Out of all your childhood memories, which one is your favorite?
Without a doubt, family vacations. We didn't travel far, but we laughed, played games, and spent real time together. Those moments were priceless.
My favorite memory is celebrating birthdays with my family. We didn't have expensive parties, but everyone smiled, laughed, and made me feel special.
Sometimes the happiest memories come from the simplest moments.
As we come to the end of today's conversation, we hope you've learned some useful English expressions for talking about the past. More importantly, we hope this episode reminded you that every memory has a story worth telling.
Don't be afraid to talk about your past in English. You don't need perfect grammar or a perfect accent. The most important thing is to speak, practice, and enjoy the learning process.
Now we'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite childhood memory? Write your answer in the comments using English. Don't worry about making mistakes. We're all here to learn together.
If you enjoyed today's podcast, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new English conversation. Every week, we'll help you improve your English in a fun and natural way.
Thank you so much for listening. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, Every great English speaker was once a beginner.
Take care, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.